Hey everyone, it's Crowicki and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a 2022 Toyota Camry TRD. Let's get started. The Camry TRD is the top sport trim of the Camry, and it's got a lot of little extras. For example, like the TRD wheels, the front lip, the side skirts, and the spoiler in the back. The Camry TRD has a 3.5-liter V6 engine making about 301 horsepower, and it has an 8-speed automatic transmission and gets about 25 miles per gallon combined. The Camry TRD starts at $32,460, and as equipped, this one here is $36,254. We're going to start this overview by going over the exterior first, starting off with the front of the car, and then we're going to jump inside and talk about the features. So starting off over here in the front of the Camry TRD, it's going to look very similar to an XSE Camry, for example. So it has the sport grille up here in the front. The only thing that you're going to notice differently about the front end right here is down below we have this front lip right here. So this is part of the aero kit, which is also going to give you the side skirts and the diffuser in the back, which we're going to show you later. You're also going to notice a little bit of red coloring over here on the lip. So over here on the sides, just by the tires, there's a little bit of red striping right there. And since we're over here looking at the body of the car, this right here is the windshield pearl exterior color, and at the top we have a midnight black metallic. And this is one of the 3 color choices for the Camry TRD. The other 2 color choices are going to be all midnight black metallic or Calvary blue on the bottom with midnight black on top. Moving over to the side here, you can see we have these 19-inch TRD wheels, which are all matte black, which look really nice. We have these Michelin tires over here, and the tire size is 235/40/19. You can also see we have red brake calipers. These are dual piston brake calipers, and we have a 12.9-inch rotor. Now, we don't have a lot of clearance to go take a look at the suspension, but it is front and rear tuned by TRD to make for a stiffer ride. You can see along the side of the TRD Camry, we have more of that red striping on that aero kit here, and these side skirts also go up a little bit towards the wheels. So you can see also in the back here, the side skirt does go up a little bit towards the wheel. Our side mirror is color keyed also to the two-tone, so we have a black side mirror with blind spot monitor and also a turn signal indicator on the side. Also, I just wanted to apologize really quick for how dirty this car is. We just got it in today, and I really want to get this video out quickly because it's going to be gone today. We also have keyless entry over here on the side, so if you want to lock the car, we can tap right here. And then if we want to unlock the car also, we just put our hand right over here, and that should unlock the car. You can see right here in the back of the car where the two tones meet. So a lot of people mistakenly think that this is a wrap, but it's actually paint. You can feel a little bit of like a bump when you put your finger over it, and that's just because they paint the car windshield pearl first and then they put the midnight black on top. We also have a shark fin antenna back here, and now let's go over to the back and talk about the spoiler here. So back here we have this TRD gloss black spoiler, which you can see has these little bits that kind of go downwards. It stems right here from the bottom, and it also kind of touches the body of the car right here at the bottom of the spoiler. I think that it fits the body of the car really well. It's not overdone and it's not underdone, so it's not just a tiny little spoiler that you would see on like a Camry SE or XSE. We have black Camry and Toyota badging right here, and then we also have a red TRD badge as well on the bottom right. Back here we can also check out the diffuser, which has these little fins right here in the center. This is also the back portion of this aero kit, so you can see on the sides right here we have a little bit more red striping right here on the side of this diffuser, which kind of goes all the way into the tires. This also has a dual exit TRD catback exhaust, which is louder than most other Camrys, and it does sound pretty nice with the V6. So we're going to go ahead and start up the car and show you guys what that sounds like. All right, let's go ahead and jump inside now and talk about the interior and the features of the Camry TRD. Starting right here with the door card, you can see that there's nothing really too fancy right here. We do have our JBL speakers all around the Camry TRD. That's actually optionally equipped on this car. But like I said, there's nothing really too special. We don't really have any extra stitching going on the door card. All we have really is the window switches and the mirror controls. You can see we have a powered driver's seat with lumbar support, but there is no power on the passenger seat. The pedals also have a little sport pattern to them. And the seats here you can see are really nice. There's TRD stitched in red. There's also a little bit of red leather striping right here. The inner part of the seat is cloth, but the outer part right here is made of leather. And then there is red stitching all around the seat and also all around the interior of this car. So you can see the shifter right here has some red stitching. The steering wheel has red stitching, and also the dash as well. Another really nice touch as well is that all of the seat belts here are also red. And before we fully get into the car, we have a couple of buttons right here, like our automatic high beams, traction off, and our releases for the trunk and the fuel door. There's also a little storage compartment just underneath right over here. And under the storage compartment, we also have our release for the hood. Beside all these buttons, we also have a drop down right here so we can adjust the steering wheel. And now that we're fully inside the car now, we can actually take a look at the steering wheel right here, which is leather wrapped and has that red stitching like we talked about. There's also a lot of buttons right here on the steering wheel. So the bottom row is going to control the music and the multimedia. The right side right here is going to control the radar cruise control and lane depart assist. And then the left side right here is going to control the center screen that we have in between our two gauges. The gauges are also all red. And then we do also have a nice little startup animation when we turn on the car. So take a look at the center screen here. Behind the steering wheel, you can also see we have our paddle shifters. So we have minus and plus right here on the right side. And then just behind the steering wheel, we also have our push button start. Moving over to the screen now, we have a 9-inch touchscreen right here with JBL. It also has wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto, as well as Bluetooth if you don't want to use the wire. If you are going to use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the wire that you're going to plug into is going to be this USB right over here. Moving just down below that, you can see we have a single zone climate control. This is actually now, in 2022, the only Camry that does not have dual zone climate control. Even the LE has it now. And right next to our Apple CarPlay Android Auto USB, we also have a 12-volt outlet just over here. And then we have a little area right here where you can put your phone. If you don't want to use this, you can also slide this back for some more storage. You can also see we have our shifter right here, which does say TRD on it, and it is stitched in red. The shifter is pretty standard. You can see we also have our Eco, Normal, and Sport modes, as well as a brake hold and an electronic parking brake, which goes up and down automatically. We also have two standard cup holders right here, as well as a center console, which does have USB Type A and USB Type C. Moving over to the passenger seat, you can see everything here is pretty much the same for the seat. So we still have that TRD stitched into the seat. We have the red seat belt cloth insert right here for the back portion and leather on the sides. You can also see just underneath the seat, we do have a manual adjustment because there is no power adjustments for the passenger seat, and our door card is pretty simple. There is also a little bit of red stitching that kind of runs across the passenger area right over here. And then just underneath that, we also have our glove box, which has all the owner's manuals and all the information for the car. Moving upwards from the dash, you can see we have our JBL speakers along the A-pillars. So this car is full of JBL speakers. I'm going to throw up the count on the screen right now of how many this car has. And continuing upwards, we have our rear view mirror, which you can see here is not auto dimming and does not have any home link connectivity. So you're going to have to manually dim it, and you're going to have to also store your garage remote opener somewhere. For example, like we have this sunglass holder right here. You can keep your garage remotes here, but this does not have the built-in garage remote opener. We also have our light switches up here. There is no sunroof control because the Camry TRD does not have a sunroof. And then we also have an emergency SOS button as well. Moving upwards, we also have our visor right here, which you can see I can pull out. It does not extend, but it does have a little extra portion right here for some more sun protection. And then we also have a mirror on it as well with no light. All right, now we're in the rear passenger seats. So you can see we have a little bit of storage right here behind the driver and passenger seat. There is also a little storage pocket right here behind the center console. There are no USBs or no air vents also back here, which is kind of a bummer. And then speaking of bummers, there's also no little center area right here that folds down if you're not using the middle seat. We do, however, have some anchors if you want to put some child seats back here. And then we also have a second light switch control just at the very top. Lastly, let's go over the trunk of the Camry TRD. So most notably back here, you actually have no way to fold down the rear seats. In most other Camrys, you have a little pull right here, which you can use to fold down the rear seats, but the Camry TRD does not have folding seats. We do have some carpets back here, which we're gonna go ahead and put in the front of the car, as well as some rubber mats inside this box. And we do have a spare tire underneath the rubber here. You can also see now with the trunk open, how far away that spoiler is from touching the rear glass. Like I said, it's not overly done, so it's pretty far away from actually touching the glass. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more. We'll see you all next time.